Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Nebraska fans, Wednesday, November 12th is your chance to meet Nebraska star running back Emmett Johnson in this free exclusive event presented by Baker Bands. It all takes place at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln at 7:30 p.m.
Johnson still on his feet for the touchdown. Too much, EJ.
Stop by, grab an autograph, and snap a picture with one of the best running backs in college football this season. The event is completely free to attend, but you can RSVP on the Baker Band's Instagram page today. It's your chance to meet Nebraska running back Emmett Johnson, Wednesday, November 12th at 7:30 p.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in season? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
At number 2, no satellite dish required. DirecTV through Allo. And at number 3, Allo Mobile. Allo Fiber, the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of Husker Nation. Level up your game and go to allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Kreekak of State Farm Insurance.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet,
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
it's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
It is Tuesday, 11:03 in Lincoln, 52 degrees with a high of 64. Bach, you dig that. You absolutely dig that.
Oh, yeah.
You absolutely dig the old school time and weather. Top of the hour.
As long as it's not cold, don't update the cold.
Got to check in. Hey, listen, I brought back some heat with me from LA because it was 84 in LA when I left yesterday morning. Came back, it was 33. I need a refund. I need a weather refund. Give me a rebate because they're like, well, be careful. We send something for you tomorrow. So it should hit 60 plus today. So bravo to that. The Starter Heyman text line is 402-464-5685. You want to be a part of what we're doing, and you do, hit us up. Give me with a what's up, and we will include you in the conversation. You want to be a part of the conversation. Greatly appreciate it. You can follow on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961, and Amazon Prime if you're fancy. If you're fancy, Miss Jackson. Go ahead and jump over there. When possible, download the ticket app because it goes wherever you want to go. Like you can take us wherever you want. You don't have to worry about signal, any of that stuff. You get it. You get us all day, every day, wherever you are, and that's what you want. So download the ticket app and then follow on all of the social medias. I have to say it like an old guy now. The social medias. I have to put the in front of it to give it that reverence, like the distance. You know what they say. You know what the kids say. The kids on the social media. That is how our adult lives are being driven at the current moment. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Bach, before we introduce our fine guest, sir, if you don't mind, would you pay the bills? Pay the bills.
Yeah, today's show is sponsored by Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest quality technology and communication services since 1901. Whether it's residential or business, Hamilton has the answers. Visit hamiltontel.com for more info today.
And once again, I have failed us all. I have failed us all because I promised myself that I would get the Hamilton clips so that whenever we do that read, we can just do the chorus from Hamilton all at the same time. Like they deserve that. And I have failed. So my apologies to us all. Do better, DP. Do better. Man, leadership. Bro. Oh, got to do better. Let's bring him in. He is the one, the only, the head coach. Husker men's tennis, Peter Kobelt. Coach, what's good with you?
Everything's good, man. Beautiful day down here at the studio. I'll be sure. I'll send you a text next week and say to do the Hamilton.
Yeah.
I got you, DP.
Thank you. Thank you. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing, DP? Get it together, man. This has been my morning. So I've been on the road, and whenever I'm on the road, all the loose ends, right? All the loose ends. And then the time difference hits. So I'm in California, and the weather hits because I was in shorts this weekend. It was 80. It was 84 in LA, and I was spoiled rotten. And I got a report that it was snowing in Lincoln, and I laughed a little. I ha-ha'd out loud, right? I ha-ha'd, and I knew this was going to come back and bite me. Never laugh at that. Never do that. And so this morning in the scramble, and I do laundry right when I get back, but I didn't do that yesterday because I wanted to come up here and get caught up. And Coach, I dropped my debit card onto the floor at my house. And I saw it. I didn't know that I dropped it until later. Then I saw it and went, oh, very cool thing that I found this, because otherwise this would have been a really bad day. So I pick it up, and in my head, I put it back where it belongs. Except when I got up this morning to go to Teammates and go to Lincoln North Star, and I look, and I'm like, oh, no, it's not there. And then the emotional meltdown of trying to backtrack everything that you've done since you've seen that thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then the process. Okay, do I panic? Do I fully panic? Do I go back? Do I stop the card? Do I call the bank? Do I do all of those things? And then I said, okay, it's crunch for time, because when I leave the school at 10:30 to get back here at 10:45. But I have to go home, and I have to scrounge the house. And Coach, looking for a white debit card on a white carpet house is not easy.
No. That's pretty good. You're able to keep a white carpet clean, though.
Well,
this part of the States.
You've met my wife, right?
I have. Yeah.
Yeah. You keep things clean.
That's fair enough.
That checks out. That checks out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man.
I got the vacuum duty too.
You do what you do. So, but then, of course, at the last place I looked, because you stop looking after you find it. But I looked several places, finally found it, exhaled, sprinted up the street, got here in time to hang out with you. So that's been my morning so far.
How was LA?
LA was gorgeous. Gorgeous, I say.
Great game.
Great game, great crowd. The hotel that I was staying in was in Pasadena proper. all Husker fans.
Crazy.
Sold out hotel, all Husker fans. Took over the lobby both the night before, the morning of, or the day of, and then the night after. Like the hotel lobby afterwards it was a Husker party. You thought you were in downtown Lincoln. Like it was just there. Great crowd. It's the Rose Bowl.
Sure.
All the pageantry and all the history. And then,
Oh, yeah.
stopped by, there's a building, this magnificent building. It looks like the governor's house, quite frankly. But it's the official home of the Rose Bowl and the Rose Bowl parade. Like, it's this big palatial building on Orange Grove Road in Pasadena. And it's where, so when you think of the parade, there's like a grandstand. There's like a bleacher section. And normally the bleachers aren't there, but they put them up November 1st. And so the bleachers where the Grand Marshal waves to people, and right, and where all the floats go by. Those bleachers are now up. And so now I was like a little kid. You can't like not drive by there and think of the parade. And you go, okay, this is cool. And then I stayed, a buddy of mine is the president of the Chargers alumni. And of course the Steelers were in town Sunday night. So that was fantastic. Dan Fouts and Troy Polamalu, like both Steelers and Chargers were there.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop was there. Like it was
That's cool.
It was Hollywood in full, right?
That's cool.
And then I had a little incident yesterday on the plane that I shared with some folks of sitting next to a family and not knowing who the family was until I got off the plane. And then I realized one of my favorite TV shows is Ray Donovan. Well, that's who it was. That's who the guy was next.
No way.
The whole flight. Lee Schreiber was sitting next to me on the plane. I didn't recognize, and I'm helping him the whole time, and I never just looked at him. So
he probably appreciates that.
Well, he really did, because I didn't want to eyeball him. Like,
sure.
You don't want to do that on a plane anyway, right? Like... But he had his young child, and they were throwing fits. And, I'm just like, the dad in me is like, let me help this guy, right? And then it was the end of the flight, and then right as he got up to say thank you for the help, is when I heard his voice. And that's when wait a minute. That's the voice of HBO's NFL Hard Knocks. And my head almost spun. It's like, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. I know who you are. And then it's like, oh no, that's also Ray Donovan. He kills people for fun.
Right.
So thank goodness I was nice to him.
That's right. That's good. That's just the way of life. Be
right.
Nice.
Like,
nice.
Do you have these random engagements with people, like famous people? You ever?
Very rarely.
What's your one? Who was the famous person you met where you just thought, like, it wasn't planned? But
I was in the airport actually just recently in Munich, Germany, flying back from a recruiting trip, and the Serbian national basketball team was there, and Nikola Jokic was standing in line right next to me, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a picture with this guy. So I check in, that he checks in, we're walking to the security area, and I walk up and I have my phone ready, the camera's ready to go, and I'm like, hey, Nicola, you mind if we take a quick picture? He's like, no, I'm sorry, man, no pictures, I'm sorry. And he kept walking. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. I was ready.
He big time.
But
you.
yeah, he was big. He's way bigger than me too. I don't know if, I say I'm 6'7". If you're taller than me, my ego is 1 inch taller than you, but
right.
I don't think it's 1 inch taller than him.
Oh man.
But
it sometimes big time. I don't think I've ever. The only guy who ever big time me, the only person who ever big time me, was a pro wrestler. And he big time me, but he was right. Like, he was right.
Sure.
Because I forgot to say please. And then he was like, he kept waiting. Like, he's just eyeballing me. And then finally I could hear my uncle in the back of my head, remember to say please.
Right.
And I was like, oh, my bad. Please, do you mind if we, and he was like, sure. Like, I was like, oh, you were teaching me. Oh, then and I've seen the guy several times since, and he always kind of looks at me like, remember to say please. He's never forgotten, and he never lets me forget. A great sports weekend for the Huskers. Coach, I want to ask you this.
Yep.
What happened with Nebraska football when you have a position of importance and a team leader who is injured, and then you as a coach have to rely on several things. One, you have to trust your preparedness, that you've trained everybody at the same level, and that the next person to step up is prepared. The moment is not too big.
Sure.
Right. And then you have to figure out, well, can I just put them out there as is, or do I need to protect them in some sort of way? So I'll ask you, let's say for the sake of it, knock on wood that it never happens, but that your number one gets injured. Do you move everybody else up? Do you change it? Do you just place somebody in the place so you don't lose the rest of the team kind of place chemistry responsibility? How do you handle it?
Well, yeah. So that's the hardest part with tennis. If you lose your number one, then everyone has to slide down. You can't take your first guy off the bench and put him in at number one. So basically the whole team gets one spot weaker, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So the guy playing 6 goes to 5, the guy playing 3 goes to 2, the guy playing, goes to 2 to 1. So, but I think that it's a testament to Coach Rule and the program that he's running and, the foundation that he's built over the last 3 years. I think when you lose your best player, I mean, you can argue Emmett Johnson too, but I think losing Dylan's he was the face of the program. I think it kind of just jolts the program a little bit. You're like, holy cow, this actually can happen. And I think the culture that Coach Rule's built, the guys really rallied around our new quarterback, and I think they all wanted to take care of him and play well for him. And I think you just really that next week of practice, all the guys in the team really know that they got to come in and do their best for TJ, and they got to practice their best. They got to take care of their bodies better. I think it kind of maybe snaps you back into reality a little bit quicker. And you're like, okay, we got to focus this week. This is a huge game. We got to go out there and handle business still. So everything was just heightened, I think, this week. And I think that's why they went out there and they won. So
as a coach, isn't that reaffirming to know that your next guy up was ready?
Well, that's what it's all about. You preach it, you talk about it. Every coach talks about it. It's not anything, new. Every coach preaches it, but not every coach is able to get their guys to actually do it. So knowing that they've got a legit number 2 guy that is able to come in and start, what do you throw 2 incompletions the whole game?
Yeah, we're still mad about those 2.
Still, I mean, come on.
The nerve.
It's not just a testament to Coach Rule, but his whole staff. It takes the whole staff to get that guy ready to go. The quarterback coach, the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach. Everyone's got to gel with a different quarterback. Him and Dylan are different quarterbacks too. So we'll see. Maybe the offense gels better for the time being with TJ back there. I don't know. It certainly looked really good. So we'll see. Obviously this week we have a bye week, but going to Penn State, that's going to be that'll be a test for sure on the road. Crazy environment. They got some dudes on the defensive side and the offensive side there. So I think it'll be a pretty good test, but they got time to prepare for it. And, 7 wins now, which is huge for the program, huge for the whole athletic department, honestly. They really carry the flag for us, and it's great to see them doing well.
Through all of that, Coach, that you said a thing that you rally for, which is almost counterintuitive to the normal message. The normal message is trust the process, be involved, committed to the process in full all the time.
Sure.
And then to say, well, you got to step it up now because you got to protect your little brother. You got to protect the new kid. But that's part of human nature, is to say that the freshman needs us. So I would imagine that if your newest roster member or person in the lineup, player in the lineup, is a freshman, that in fact the veterans are going to rally harder for the freshmen. They are going to be louder in cheering because it may be necessary, right? That's a fair statement that, yeah, you need to step up and be there for the freshmen.
For sure. And I think they all felt like they could step up for him because I think from what it sounds like, TJ's been doing everything the right way since he's got here. I mean, Coach Rule said he got here in January. He was there for the bowl game. So he's been here for almost the whole year now. And he's been working through things, working with Dylan. Dylan's obviously been helping him too. So I think that's a pretty cool relationship there. But the guys knew that, okay, like TJ's done things the right way. So we actually have a legit chance to go out there and win on Saturday, as opposed to, oh, like, crap, like, is TJ ready to go? So I think it works both ways. I think that's why you always stick to the process. I think that's why you always give your best every day and demand your best from everyone on your team every day, because you just don't know when it's going to be your time. You really just don't. And that's the trick of coaching, is getting your guys to buy in every day, regardless. So it's definitely a coaching point, and something that I'm going to talk to the guys about is like, look, it doesn't matter what position you play on this team. Doesn't matter what your name is or what position, honestly. Like, you have to be, if you're not in, you have to be ready to go, and you have to be working towards it every day, because when it is your time, you got to be able to step in and do your job and help the team.
Yeah, there's no ramp up.
There's no ramp up.
There's no ramp up.
There's no ramp up. That's for sure. So.
And through that, you mentioned Emmett Johnson, and in this day and in age of transfer portal and always having an option and always being considerate, that sometimes coaches miss on identifying an elite talent. And sometimes it's just time, right? Sometimes it's time and place that you see something in somebody that, well, you could be one of the best running backs in the Big Ten. And you could say it, and it almost seems that vacant, right? A little empty. But it could be actually what you mean.
Sure.
And then to get them to excel to the point where your athlete actually starts to become the greatest version of themselves. That's got to be, for Coach Rule, that's got to be a moment, right? A surreal moment almost, that when your guy actually actualizes all the things that you've been whispering to them the whole time.
For sure.
Right? That when your players, like if all of a sudden your number one decided he was going to go on a heater and get into the top 10 in the country, you wouldn't be surprised. You would just, it can't be expected though, right?
So I think that's why Coach Rule is such a great coach. He's been able to get a bunch of guys here that haven't truly maybe believed 100% without doing it yet. Like that's the trick to coaching is, and we're kind of in the same situation with tennis. Like we're doing better, but we haven't done anything really that amazing yet. We haven't won a conference title. We haven't won a championship. There's still a lot of things that we have to do. And I think my number one job is to get them to somehow believe that they can do it. So now I would watch out. Emmett Johnson's going to continue to explode here. Like that's my opinion, because now, Coach Rule's been in his ear saying, hey, you're the guy, you're it. They haven't been rotating anybody back there. Like you're the real deal. Like, and now he's starting to see it himself. Now I think you have a wrecking ball back there, and hopefully we can keep him healthy. Obviously, you never know in football, but if he can stay healthy, I think he's in for. I think he has a chance to be in New York. At the end of the year, at the Heisman Trophy Award ceremony. Who knows if that'll happen or if he'll win it or not. But I think you got a dude with a lot of confidence that's been instilled for a long time from Coach Rule and his staff, and now he's starting to do it. And I watch out. That's what I would say.
I mean, that you're generally the best running back in the country gets invited, right? There may be
should be
right.
Well,
I mean, generally
he's the best running back right now. I think, right?
Right, like that. That's
stats.
The thing. And I think Husker fans. I mean, Bach, I'll bring you in here because I'll ask you. As Husker fans, are we surprised? Can we say that we're not surprised by Emmett's season and his place in the game?
It'd be tough to say. I mean, I don't think a whole lot of people came in with the expectation it'd be a Heisman candidate. A lot of people have been asking for him to get more playing time. over the last couple of years. So probably somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah, it's just interesting times to watch. One, when the downtrodden and often criticized offensive line has a night like that with no sacks and positive running game. Again, the great coaching reaffirmation that you figured it out. As much as people talked about the offensive line play, they had a night. And for the coach, it's got to drive you a little bit insane to have people question your skill set and the work you put in, because you know how much hard work is being put in at practice.
For sure. And I think, like I said, it's tough because, Coach Rule's taking a program that hasn't won a lot in the last, 10, 20 years. So all it takes is one guy to kind of get the, one spark to get the fire, the fire going. So, all the guys should be looking at Emmett, and, there's other guys that are doing great on the team too, but you say, okay, Emmett's bought in. He's doing everything the right way. He's listening to the coaches, and boom, now look at him. All I got to do is do the same as him. And then the next guy does it. The next guy does it. The next guy does it. And then you got half your team, ready to go. And then you got a team. So that's why I said at the beginning, I was like, look, it's year 3 for Coach Rule. This is usually when it happens. It's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year or the year after, but there's just I can see it. I can see it in a coach, and I can see that Coach Rule's for real. And whether it was going to happen, at the beginning of the season or at the end of the season, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. So
I'm so glad you said that, because it's calming to have another coach, a peer, say, as I look across the bow, there's somebody that is doing a good thing, a good way.
Yeah. And I mean, you saw and I think with Coach Rule, it's very securing to see that his boss also, Troy, is doubling down on him too. Like Troy sees it as well. He sees the same thing that we all see inside the athletic department. Like, they're getting better, and this is, they're it's just like a stock. It's starting to go up, and then all of a sudden, boom, takes off. You just don't know when it's going to happen. You just don't know when. And I think that might have been a spark on Saturday. Well, we'll see. It sounds like we got to get healthy a little bit, and that's what this bye week will do, and then gear up for a hell of a game in State College.
It's going to be there. Peter Kobelt, Husker tennis head coach. We'll go to break. When we come back, again, when you get a coach in the building, you want to ask him, you want to pull back the curtain a little bit and ask him things that, quite frankly, as fans, we don't always get access to that sort of brain. And I'm appreciative, Coach, that you come in and share this stuff with folks. So Let me say it publicly, that the fact that you'll come in and give some insight to how coaches at this level work, some of the things you have to deal with, and it's necessary to hear these voices. It's to hear from you and to have you break it down for folks makes us all smarter. So thank you for doing this. We'll come back more with Coach. I'm going to put him on the spot when it comes to the Buckeye culture. I need to know some things. So we'll get that from Coach Kobelt when we come back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day with a light breeze. It'll be mild with a high near 67. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds, below around 36. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds with a high around 62. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher from 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Score big with rebates up to $2,000 on the Kawasaki NAV, Kawasaki's first ever fully electric personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. Be the first to NAV your neighborhood. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location, where they can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at koppelcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2. Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. One on one. Peter Kobelt, Husker Tennis, in the building, dropping dimes. Rip to Quit says this. He says, I like this coach. He's intense. I could play for him. Agreed.
Let's go.
Agreed. He'll sign you. Get over to Dillon Center.
Find another year of eligibility.
Right.
Let's go.
Get yourself over there. Cubsker says this. I'm one of those proud people that's been asking for more EJ the last couple of years, and now he's going off and a lot of fun to watch. Yeah. Coach, have you ever been wrong about a player?
Yeah.
Good or bad?
For sure.
Right? Where you thought somebody was going to be the next great thing and they weren't, or you thought this is going to be a good player. I didn't know you were going to be a great player.
For sure. 100%. Yeah, it happens all the time, but there's always something there to, whether it's good or bad, there's always something, you always hope you get the guys that surprise you, and which is great. But yeah, that's part of life. It's part of, you do your best to stick to things that you like and you see in recruits, and, sometimes it doesn't pan out, and then you adjust the next time you do it. But yeah, in regards to the playing time thing, like, a coach will put you out there when he thinks you're 100% ready to in term, and that means like being consistent 100% of the time. And when the coach puts you out there, like, hey, like, you can't fumble, you can't not do the run to the right spot, you can't not, there's a million things that they got to be able to, the coach has to be able to trust that they're going to do. So, I think that's where Coach Rule is with Emmett now. He really, really trusts him that he's going to handle all the right things, and then he's going to be able to take the top off too. So I think, maybe he didn't trust him 100% back last year, and now he does. So that's just a part of the growth, and part of being a program, part of being coached up, and then also being a good listener and being disciplined with everything that you do every day. So
what's the one thing for you that will get a player benched? Like more than anything else? Is it effort? Is it accountability? What is it?
Effort's tough. If they're not giving you the right effort, you can't live with that. Sometimes they don't, for whatever reason, they don't compete their best, or they don't understand what you mean by that. Sometimes, like, they're not playing their best, and you can't control that. But if there's not a effort, if there's not a fire inside them to try and fix things or to try and do better, then for me, that's a warning sign. That's tough.
Yeah, it's always interesting to go, and the coach's level of trust for a particular player and a team is vital.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a team game. So if the linemen are doing their job and the running back's not, like, you're going to create some doubt in the team. So it's about, can you get all 11 guys to first trust themselves, and then are they going to trust the other 11 guys out there with them? And then you can really move forward. So if you have a guy or two that you can't really trust, then it gets tough really quick. It's the same in tennis. We want to put 6 guys out there that if I trust them, like the guys, the other 5 guys that are playing are going to trust them too. But if we have 5 guys out there that are doing their job and one that's not, we're down 1-0 to a team that's better than us. Like, that's not how you win. You got to have, that's not the right math to win. You gotta, if we're coming up we're still coming up the mountain. So we got to have 6 guys out there that all trust each other and believe in each other, that no matter what the situation is going on, that they can figure out a way to win or extend the match.
We were going to talk Buckeyes here for a second, because you are. But you were telling us a story about the Rose Bowl. Again, just having come back from Pasadena, and it's such a magical building for a variety of reasons. I mean, you feel all the ghosts when you stand in it. But you said that you had a Rose Bowl story to share.
Yeah, for sure. So I was playing on tour. I was playing a tournament out in LA. It's just so happened to be the same weekend as the Rose Bowl. Urban Meyer's final game as the head coach. Ryan Day's taking over next. And my old roommate, Jeff Hireman, was the captain of the 2000 the 14 national championship team. He was also out there. They all flew out to see Urban's last game. And I called him. I was like, hey, you going? He's like, yeah, like I'm watching the game. Come up and watch it with me. And it just so happened to be the president's box with Gene Smith and Nick Swisher, Archie Griffin, some of the big donors at Ohio State. And that was, I watched the whole fourth quarter sitting right next to Archie Griffin, which was amazing. But the cool part for me was after the game, everyone goes down, congratulates Urban. I wait for my buddy Jeff outside the stadium, right outside of the Ohio State locker room area, and we're gonna leave. We're gonna go back to the hotel, but he's coming off a knee surgery. He tore his ACL his first year in Denver, playing with Peyton Manning when they won a Super Bowl, and we asked an officer, like, hey, like, where do we get an Uber? He's like, oh, you got to walk like half a mile that way. It's not like a simple thing to get out of the Rose Bowl. And Jeff's like, screw that, man. We're taking the bus home. And I'm like, what bus? He's like, oh, the team bus. Like, just hop on, we'll go. And I'm like, what do you mean? So there's A, B, and a C bus. We get on the B bus. That's the offensive bus. And we're the only ones on the bus at the time. And I just pick somewhere to sit just like across the hall from Jeff, or across the aisle. And the guys start getting on. Brian Hartline gets on. All the coaches get on. And Ryan Day is the offensive coordinator, so this is his bus. So everybody gets on. They're still waiting for one guy, and it's Dwayne Haskins. Drip Dwayne Haskins. Yep. He comes on the bus. He starts walking back, and I swear, DP Bach, he looks at me, and he's like, "Hey, man, who's this guy in my seat?" I took Dwayne Haskins' seat, so he sits down with the guy behind him. We start the bus. Jeff looks over at me. He's laughing. He's laughing like crazy. As the bus starts, Ryan Day's officially the head coach now of Ohio State, and he comes walking back to the bus, like all the way back, and he gets to my row, and he looks at me, and because Dwayne's right behind him, and he looks at me, and he sits down right next to me, facing back to Dwayne. He's like, his first decision as a head coach, he's got to figure out if Dwayne Haskins is going pro or if he's staying in college. So he sits down, and I literally hear him say, "Hey, Dwayne, so what you thinking?" And then I don't hear anything else. And then and Jeff is sitting over there. He's laughing so hard.
Hey, Bach, they hit him with they hit Coach with the knockout gas, so he could not hear the conversation.
I swear I didn't hear anything else, but I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like, I'm sitting here and I get to see like Coach Day's very first decision as a head coach. And as a head coach now, like you start to realize the magnitude of all those things. But yeah, I got off the bus, all the trainers, Doug and Sean and those guys were like, "What, Pete? What are you doing on the bus?" I was like, "Oh, Jeff dragged me on." They were laughing. So I was like family for all them. The tennis team and the football team. The tennis team shared the training room with the football team when I was there. So all the football staff, all the guys, they knew who I was. So it wasn't like some random.
So I couldn't just randomly show up and get on your team.
No,
bus.
I don't think so.
No.
And I wouldn't have got on if it wasn't for Jeff. So,
Bach, you see how he just told us we couldn't just come hang out on his bus.
You can hang out on the tennis bus.
Like we just like, what are you doing on the bus, DP? Get off the bus. Bach, what are you doing on the bus, man?
But yeah, that was a cool story.
There's a thing about the politics of a team bus and team travel that should have its own special. Because where you sit, who you sit with or around, where the coaches sit in regards to, because some coaches are front of the bus guys, some are back of the bus guys because they want to be able to see everything. Some don't want to know. I want to sit in the front. I want to talk to the adults. I want to see the road. I don't want to. Who are you? Which one are you?
I think I was like 2/3 of the way back.
So you wanted to be in the middle.
Middle back. I didn't want to be all the way in the back because the bus was too bouncy back there. And I don't know. Sometimes I'll just jump in the front because I knew I was getting off quick. But usually it was just, hey, where's this empty spot where there's not someone else sitting there?
As a coach, I always was right with the driver. Like I need to, like, hey man, how we doing? We good? Like if something went down, I wanted to know right away. That's
Well,
how
as a coach, I think I'm more towards the front now. But as if I was an athlete, I'd be more towards the middle or the back. I wouldn't want to be around the coaches.
do we not give Archie Griffin the credit he deserves?
I think he's amazing. I mean, obviously,
should that qualify him as the GOAT? The college football GOAT.
For people that are college football historians would probably agree that he's the GOAT. But he also, my parents still live in Columbus and they're still around Ohio State and some of the things that are going on there. And he's just all over the community there. He's kind of like what you said. He's like the Johnny Rodgers here in Lincoln. Like he's a big face there still. He played, he's always down and around the program, always hanging out, always promoting Ohio State. And I think that's what makes both of these places so special is you don't really see that everywhere. And to have people that really care and stick around and want to be a part of the program and around the city of Lincoln and see it grow and prosper and achieve things that maybe you guys didn't achieve or whatever. They just want to see Ohio State do great. They want to see Nebraska do great. And I think for me, that's why I enjoy being here so much as I see, a lot of my experiences at Ohio State are also visible here in Lincoln. So
there really aren't that many programs that have a Johnny Rodgers, Archie Griffin.
No.
Michael Jordan. Like we can name a handful, maybe two handfuls, but I think beyond 10 programs, I'm not sure. Bill Walton, before he passed at UCLA, was that active. I just don't know that every program has that.
For sure. No, I know. And I think, we're sitting here and, we're biased to Nebraska and me a little bit at least I was to Ohio State, but that's the truth. Like you just don't see a lot of that special energy everywhere. And hopefully fans don't take that for granted here because this is a really special place.
Yeah, I agree 100%. We'll go to break. Come back. Final segment with Coach Peter Kobelt, Husker men's tennis here on The Ticket.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska fans, Wednesday, November 12th is your chance to meet Nebraska star running back Emmett Johnson in this free exclusive event presented by Baker Bands. It all takes place at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln at 7:30 p.m.
Johnson still on his feet for the touchdown. Too much, EJ.
Stop by, grab an autograph, and snap a picture with one of the best running backs in college football this season. The event is completely free to attend, but you can RSVP on the Baker Band's Instagram page today. It's your chance to meet Nebraska running back Emmett Johnson, Wednesday, November 12th at 7:30 p.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SartorHeyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
And now, introducing the starting lineup of your Nebraska Huskers, starring Allo Fiber. At number 1, Allo Internet. At number 2, No satellite dish required. DirecTV through Allo. And at number 3, Allo Mobile. Allo Fiber, the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of Husker Nation. Level up your game and go to allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment with Peter Kobelt, Husker men's tennis. Bye weeks and downtime in season. Coach, what is your philosophy on how this should be handled, at least in your mind? Is it about recovery? Is it about fine-tuning? Is it enhancing? Is it enabling? What, maybe building up a player, maybe resetting a player's place, location, level, etc.? What's a bye week in season about?
Yeah, I think it gives you a chance to, really look at everything. Well, first you got to get healthy. The guys that need to get healthy. But as a coaching staff, it gives you a chance. I think obviously you can recruit. I don't know how much longer there is to recruit, but you're always recruiting on off weeks. You're always, evaluating the staff. If there's anything that you might want to look at changing, you probably look at, or not changing full out, but like adjusting it or tinkering with it or building on, I think this bye week's coming at a really good time for the guys. But, it's also, like you're trying to, I say it in tennis, you're trying to turn 75 cents into $1. You're banged up. You got to get healthy. You got to stretch your money a little bit here with the team and see what can you get it to 85 cents? Can you get to 90, 95 cents? How healthy can you be? I think that's the name of the game these days, because you got to win. If you make the playoffs, you got to win 3-4 games in the playoffs to win the championship. So you got to stay healthy. So that's probably priority number one if I were to guess. And then start to look at Penn State. I think Penn State plays this weekend, so they'll get to watch another live game of Penn State. So they'll be doing that, and you kind of make sure they have everything buttoned up when they head out to State College.
It is fascinating in the space to think that, especially in the Big Ten, where there's a bunch of cathedrals, there's some real museums that you play in, and you try not to get caught up in where you're playing or who you're playing. As a coach, how would you address going to the tennis version of Penn State, Happy Valley, Beaver Stadium, and try to get people to calm down? You want them to appreciate it.
Sure.
But you also don't want to make it bigger than it is.
I think that's you go there and you appreciate it. You're like, hey man, this is why I came to Nebraska to play in games like this on the road at Penn State. Is it a night game? Do we know?
We don't know yet. It's on the schedule to be determined. It's on the 6-day hold.
Well, we'll see. It could be a night game, could be a whiteout. Who knows? That would be unbelievable. But it just goes back to, if you just treat every day the same way, if you actually go through the process and do it the right way every single day, then it doesn't really matter. The game environment kind of just elevates the hype, I guess. But if you go in there thinking you got to do something different or play a different way or do this or do that, then I think you're not seeing it the right way. You just do the stuff that you're trained to do every single day, and you go from there.
We were talking about Emmett Johnson, just released that Emmett Johnson was named to the Maxwell Award semifinal list.
Let's go.
For the best running backs in the country. He's one of 13 semifinalists in the country. The read is he looks to join Mike Rozier, 1983, as Nebraska's second Maxwell winner. They've only had one. Of all the great running backs, they've only had one.
It's amazing.
Of the 13 semifinalists, it's Johnson and Love from Notre Dame are the running backs on the list. So the Maxwell Award is the Collegiate Player of the Year. The fact that there are two running backs on the list tells you Emmett is in very elite space. He's second nationally in rushing yards, while he tops the nation with 1,431 yards from scrimmage, entering next week's game against Penn State. His 1,100 yards is division for all FBS players is tops. So when people talk about it, and his 36 receptions is second nationally amongst running backs. So Emmett is putting up the number. He was named the Maxwell Club Player of the Week for last week, first performance to UCLA, and rightfully so. And it's got to mean a lot when those sorts of things happen, not only to the young man, because the young man deserves it. He's gone through some stuff to get everything that he's getting now, and to fight through the doubt. And the people who doubted him, who said, well, who do you think you are? Well, he was right. And kudos to the program, to the coaching staff, to the program, and then to the fan base, because it's been a minute since you had somebody on that national level. I mean, if you say you're one of two running backs, you're saying you're one of the two best running backs in the country. That's all American status, Coach.
That sounds like Nebraska football, baby.
I'm stunned. I would have got that wrong if you said how many Maxwell Award winners.
Yeah.
Say the Rozier's the only one. Bach, is that stunning to you?
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, Eric Crouch, Tommy Frazier, some of the offensive names that have come through since then.
Yeah. Only one.
Well, I guarantee that's not what they're focused on in that locker room. They're worried about the next game, Penn State. But obviously, well deserved, incredible achievement. If that's the only thing he achieves, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Coach, thank you for breaking it down for us and give us insight on the mind of a coach, especially University of Nebraska Husker coach. Thank you for what you do. Yes, sir.
Tomorrow's National Signing Day. We got two guys signing. Keep an eye out on the social medias for tennis.
Oh, no. We're just going to have you walk down here and tell us yourself.
Sounds good.
There we go. You just come in and announce it yourself.
Let's go.
Once the ink's on paper, come tell us about it.
Let's go.
Thank you, Coach. Bach and Adam Carricker, and then Bach in the black shirt. We'll take you through to 3 o'clock. It's going to be a long day here on The Ticket.
Nebraska fans, Wednesday, November 12th is your chance to meet Nebraska star running back Emmett Johnson in this free exclusive event presented by Baker Bands. It all takes place at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln at 7:30 p.m.
Johnson still on his feet for the touchdown. Too much, EJ.
Stop by, grab an autograph, and snap a picture with one of the best running backs in college football this season. The event is completely free to attend.